everyone. Welcome back to episode 2 of our coordinator climb here on Football Coach College Dynasty. If you have not watched episode 1, which debuted last week, please go ahead and check that out, where we debut the series, look at our team, look at our coach, and get destroyed in 4 games of football. So I apologies for the lack of streams last week. We only had the one. That was mainly due to some work, some job stuff, and Helldivers releasing on Xbox completely nuked my productivity. But here we are, back at New Mexico State. I plan to have at least 3 streams this week, potentially one on the weekend also, we shall see. One of which will probably be the coordinator climb, and then the other 2 will be our Colorado Rockies rebuild, since it's been almost 2 weeks since I released an episode on that. All right. Here we stand. We are 0-4. It's very grim. We lost by 24 points to Louisiana, lost by 15 to Liberty. Western Kentucky beat us by 20, and Sam Houston State, one of the worst teams in the country in terms of talent, beat us by 11. For those keeping track at home on our summary page, we have the undisputed, without question or debate, worst offense in the college game. We are bottom 5 in yards per game, rush yards per attempt, first downs, third down conversion rate, defensive talent. We are bottom 3 in yards per game, pass yards per attempt, sacks allowed, rush yards per game, turnovers. It's not a pretty picture. The only thing we're really doing well is time of possession, where we are currently number 2 in the nation, but everything else is poor. We look now to our starting quarterback, senior Chris Richardson, is 63 completions, 156 attempts. That is a 40% completion percentage. He has 2 touchdowns to his name, 8 interceptions. He's been sacked 22 times in 4 games. That is insane. It's not looking good. There's no real point in turning to the backup QB, Colin Coleman, because his accuracy is a 66, and that's just nigh unplayable. So we're going with Chris Richardson until the very end. Our running backs, 2 of them are having great success. Drew Duffy, who, despite having a fumble, he's averaging 4 yards per carry. Sean Hopkins has a touchdown. He's averaging 5 yards a carry. Gustavo Mixon, the third running back on the depth chart, not doing too hot. So we have a very uphill climb the rest of the season. My plan for this video is we're just going to play as many games as we can, and hopefully we win some. That'd be nice. The goal from the athletic director is to win at least 2 games. The goal from our head coach is to average 300 yards per game or better. At the moment, we're averaging 280 in conference play. And so we'll see what that looks like. But first, we're going up against Indiana. 3-1 Indiana, and that is regrettable. But maybe we'll win. You don't know that for certain. They are 56th in running the ball. Good thing our defensive coordinator is working on our run game. We're going to work on our quick passing. I think we got a little too deep pass heavy going into our early offense, so we are going to try to reel that back in. Somehow IU is only favored by 14 points, which is kind of crazy. Look at all the nice, shiny 3-star recruits they have attending this game. It must be nice. So without further ado, let's get this party started. and see if we can finally get a nice crooked number into the win column. New Mexico State elects to defer. You know what? That's the correct decision. Let's be frank here. So let's see if our defense can stop them. And on the first play, we get an interception. Aaron Rowland picks off Eduardo Fox. Very good, sir. If you think I'm running 4 verts on the first play, you must be insane. We're going to run a draw. We're going to get 1 yard on the draw, but we're going to run the draw. There we go. We get a first down. Corner strike. Incompletion. Fabian Ali drops the pass. But Aiden Flaherty converts. We're cooking with gas, folks. We're moving. We're shaking. And Drew Duffy, 12-yard touchdown run to open the scoring. Let the record show, at one point we were winning this football game. And Lee Deng has a 55-yard run and then a 14-yard touchdown run. The time where we were winning was short but sweet. Very nice kickoff return from Christian Walton. He's been very good return man this season. We are going to run it, but I'm not going to do a draw. And Drew Duffy goes backwards. It really is amazing how bad our offensive line is. We're going to try just a gut, lead with the other running back, and hope for the best. No dice. Drew Duffy gets a yard. IU converts. And they get a field goal. All right. So we're down by 3. Our glorious lead has evaporated into dust. And now he's going to kind of make something happen. The RPO bubble screen failed miserably. There we go. Christian Walton bailing us out. We convert. Why did I run the draw there? That was a mistake. Especially with Gustavo Mixon running it. And yeah, back-to-back horrendous runs. The AI wants me to go for it on 4th and 9 from the 34, probably because the odds that the punter buries it is slim. I mean, we might as well go for it. What do I want? Middle slant, middle slant. No dice. Incomplete on the curl route. And another interception, big man interception, Braden Hansen getting the pick. We have the ball back. Our defense is doing so well right now. They've gotten 2 interceptions. I mean, they've given up really 1 big play. Other than that, they've done really well. It's just a question of, can we get in that end zone? Because I think that's going to be the difference. If we can keep IU settling for field goals, we have a chance. That was a bad play call. Yeah, that was a poor decision there to do the deep attack. All right. Back to IU's offense. Come and go in. And they don't convert. If I can burn 7.5 minutes off this clock and score, I'll be such a happy man. Or we will go 3 and out and not gain a single yard. I suppose that is an also possibility. Good punt. Or excuse me, good stop to force the punt. And we're sacked. IU's going to have great field position here. And another interception. Aaron Rowland picks off Eduardo and returns it 63 yards. We have to score. There is literally no excuse if we don't score here. IU is using their timeouts. That's fine. Ugh, incomplete again. And a fumble this time. Dakota Walker forces, recovers, and returns it to the 2. We are going to turn shoe clock on. I'm just going to run it down the middle once, run it down the middle twice, and Gustavo Mixon gets, I believe, his first touchdown of the year. We're up by 10. Oh, guys. Why would you do a Thundersmoke Blitz? It worked. They sacked him. Oh, man. All right, IU gets 3 points at the end of the half, but we still have a 7-point lead. Very bad decision to return it from Christian Walton right there. Drew Duffy goes backwards. Very good. We can't convert, so they get the ball with beautiful field position, and they have a 3-and-out. I mean, hey, if this game wants to turn into like a defensive slugfest where no one moves, I don't hate that outcome. We punt again. The AI did engage in on 3rd and 9. Another fumble. Nathan Cole forcing and recovering. So far, IU has thrown 3 interceptions, lost 2 fumbles, and yet we're still only up by 7. And Chris Richardson is sacked. 2 straight incompletions. We punch. Man, the defensive coordinator probably wants to strangle me right now, and I understand completely. I want to strangle my quarterback as IU ties it up. Yeah, like we can't do anything. Like I have never had a QB, and trust me, I have had. I mean, there's you can watch on this channel a series where I was Kent State. Like that team's almost as bad as this one in terms of like overall talent, and even the early QBs I had with them weren't this bad. I'll do both screen. That's what I get. Quick screen. There we go. He threw it to the tight end. He didn't even throw it to the screen. And Sean Hopkins goes backwards. What's the field goal on this? 44. And my kicker has a power of 65, so I don't think he makes it, which means I will go for it. We're going to do an outside handoff and send it. And it works. Gustavo Mixon gets us 4 yards. Very good. Very good, sir. There we go. We're at the 9. And Richards is hooked. All right, defense gets us the ball back. Dude, the defensive coordinator must want to kill me. And I understand. Trust me. I would want to kill me too. Like, they've gotten so many turnovers, and we just can't move. I am very wary of going for it here. I am going to punt, and hopefully our punter can just burn him. And he does. He stops him at the 10. Not a bad punt. It is up to the defense now. And they force the punt. Okay. Minute and a half drill. We have all of our timeouts. All right. Chris Richardson is currently 14 of 36 for 137 yards. But by God, he's going to be our gunslinger. Our goal is simple. We need to get into field goal range. 4th and 2. No, I'm not going for it. If we don't get it, they know, are you out of your mind? We punt. I'm not going for it there. If we don't get it, they win the ball game. Oh, all out blitz on 3rd and 5 was not the right call. They missed the field goal. What a game. What a game of football we have here today. All right, we just got to throw it deep and hope for the best. Like, that's really our only option right here. Last play, deep pass, slot out, send it. And Fabian drops it. Yeah, that tracks. All right, we're going to overtime against IU. We win the toss and we start on defense. Okay? And IU is stopped. They sell for a field goal. We get in the end zone, we win the game. If we get in the end zone, we win the game. That's the arithmetic. I know that says Chris Richardson pass intercepted. I just don't want to believe it. That's insane. Like, our defense played such a good game, forced 3 interceptions from their QB, 2 fumbles, so many 3-and-outs. We just couldn't. I mean, the run game wasn't great. Richardson went 17 of 43. We lost. That's unbelievable. That's a game we should have won, which is wild to say against a Big Ten opponent. But that's a game we should have won. Like, we had that. We had that. Lost it. At what point do I just blow up this team? What if I just get fired after year one? All right, Devin Sims is hurt. Jack Downey being back is huge for our wide receiver room now that he's back to full strength. That is very good. I mean, there's no real reason. Like, Chris Richardson is sucking, don't get me wrong, but there's no universe where me putting in Colin Coleman will solve it. He has worse arm strength, 21 less accuracy. I mean, sure, his IQ is better, but like he's not going to be able to throw the football accurately. But the counter argument is that Chris Richardson probably is putting up the worst stat line in all of football. And so by definition, it couldn't hurt. Like, that's kind of where we're at. And a bad UMass team might be the week to do it. You know what? Let's try him out. Colin Coleman's going to get the start against UMass. Like he just is. I mean, by definition, I have to try something. All right, so priority order for my offensive guys. I think at this point, where my hidden gems and my Victor Klein. So Klein goes to the top. Emiliano goes to the top. We're not even looking at that many good QBs, which is the worst part of this. Without question. Like, the QB I like is Jesselyn Ahmed, but he has a 65 overall, which means regardless of how good his offseason gain is, even with the A- potential, he's not going to be ready to play year one. So that's just kind of where we're at right now. I want to get some of the guys we're behind on at the very tippy top just to see if we can catch, but you never know. We have no commitments also, which, I understand because they're looking at what's happening this season. They're like, oh my God, why would I want to come to this school? Can we blame them? No. All right, well, we are 0-5, traveling to Amherst to face UMass. This is technically a conference game because in the database I'm using, there's no independence. So UMass and UConn are in our conference, and Notre Dame is in the ACC. UMass wins the toss. They elect to defer. You dare put our offense on the field first? Have you no idea? Immediate 12-yard run. That'll play. All right, new QB under center today. Colin Coleman getting the start. By definition, he can't do worse. So this is essentially like a one-game trial, and we'll see how he does and go from there. 2 straight incompletions. He'll fit in just fine. We'll try the slants on 4th and 4. Sacked. I mean, part of this is also the fact that our offensive line is terrible. And that's not really going to be a good fix. So there we go. 56-yard pass. Aiden Flaherty off the curls. That'll do. So part of it may just be doing a lot more quick passing compared to some of the more deeper stuff that our playbook and offensive scheme is built around. 3rd and 3, I'm going to run the football. 4th and 1 at the 4. I'm going to run it again. Come what may. Send it. We get it. Sean Hopkins gets us 2. And Drew Duffy runs it in for a touchdown. We're on the board. Let the record show. Once again, at one point, we were winning this football game. The AI is doing cover 2 drop on 3rd and 3. Yeah, who knew it didn't work? And they score on 4 verts when we do cover 2. That's impressive. Sometimes the AI play calling leaves quite a bit to be desired. The RPO bubble screen works. We're cooking. We stopped cooking immediately after I said that. But it's fine. All right, good. See, our defense, I think, is a good defense for our conference. I think the issue just comes in. We have a genuine problem stopping the run, and our offense just is not good at the game of football. So that kind of hurts. We convert the 4th and 1. Very good. Let's just let it fly. Send it, Coleman. He passed it 1 yard to the running back. A scramble. A QB scramble. Who told you you could scramble, kid? I literally have that set to like never in the game plan, and scramble is rarely. Who said you could scramble? The RPO goes backwards. And he missed the 41-yarder. I really wish I could have burned more time there. But it is what it is. All right, we have a minute 40, 2 timeouts. The AI finally caught on to what we were planning here. 1 timeout is gone. I don't really want to do verts. So instead, we shall punt. All right, 7-7 at halftime. Those of you who like a defensive showdown, this is the game for you. As UMass punts once again. The jet sweep succeeds. Wait, the jet sweep in this playbook, the running back gets it? That's hilarious. Or if I just use that many wide receivers that now Drew Duffy is in a wide receiver. Nope, that is not what happened. We'll never know. 4th and 3, we punt. Defense gets another stop. Both of the offenses in this game have been so terrible. Like, they're averaging under 5 yards per play. Very little big plays happening. This is football. Game goes backwards. What else is new? We convert the 3rd and 11. That's huge. That's huge. Medium passes are nerfed. Then I will curl flats you to death. All right, maybe not. 3rd and 3, I'm going to pass it. Slants. Incomplete. We punt once again. There we go. Nice quick stop, and we have the exact same field position we punted from last time. Oh, football's a funny game sometimes. 3rd and 3, we run it. Success. There we go. 21-yard pass on 3rd and 7. That's huge. We are in field goal range, and Sean Hopkins runs it in the end zone. Touchdown, New Mexico State. I'm feeling good about this, people. And a forced fumble by Alonzo Cleveland, recovered by Braden Hansen. We have the ball back. I think the way our defense is playing, if we score a touchdown, we win this game. And Gustavo Mixon fumbled. All right, Gustavo, just congratulations. Aiden Blanchard, you are now our 3rd running back. Gustavo, think on your sins. Ugh, they convert the 3rd and 11, and they get in the end zone. We had a beautiful chance to put this game away and just completely squandered it. 3 and out by us. They missed the field goal. Oh boy! Joaquin Soriano with the miss. I'm actually going to go up tempo here and hope that just sparks us something as Coleman continues just to run. Who told you you could run? We get him on the play action. All right, I'm going to switch to normal now. Just until the 2-minute warning passes. All right, 3rd and 3. I'm going to pass it. My argument being, odds are, I'm going for it on 4th down unless we get sacked. All right, incomplete. I'm going to go for it because we're not We're not making the field goal. There we go. Sean Hopkins gets the conversion. All right, we're going to run it a bit. Third and 5, I'm going to run. Just right down the middle. 0 yards. I mean, I'm going for the 42-yard field goal. We're going to kick it. The kick is up. The kick is good. Henry Lewis redeems himself from earlier. We have the lead. UMass has the ball, 48 seconds left, 1 timeout. And they are already in field goal range. And they scored a 24-yard touchdown. We just can't win a game of football. Like, it's actually impossible for us to win a game of football. Like, look at this. Our defense, so UMass, they scored a touchdown on their second drive. Punt, end of half, punt, fumble. They score a touchdown, they miss a field goal, and then in 44 seconds and 5 plays, they go 75 yards for a touchdown. We cannot win a game. We cannot win. It is physically impossible for us to win a game of football. And that is fascinating. What hijinks will come about next? I ask you. Hey, we have good commit, but he's a defensive commit. Who cares? Oh, it's a classic game. I'm sure. Christian, is it Christian Coleman? What's your first name, laddie? Colin Coleman. I think Colin Coleman didn't do great. From a completion percentage wise, he did okay. But only 5 yards per attempt. I think I'll give him another start, but it's not looking great. We're also running out of chances to win 2 games of football, which is a heck of a thing to say. Oh, how good was the... Oh, hold on. I have to click this. Boink. I mean, no, he's not good. Maybe he becomes like a slot man specialist, but the odds aren't great. All right, so priority order. I think we're going to focus on guys that we're either just barely ahead on or narrowly behind, which, to be fair, is not a long list. We need Emiliano. Like, at this point, we just need to bank on our guys with good potential and go from there. All right, that's our list. Not doing recruiting as a coordinator is very freeing. All right, we already know what we're going to work on against UTEP. This is a rivalry game for us. Our rivalry game being in week 7 is a bit odd, but you know what? It is what it is. So far today, we have lost in overtime against IU and lost on a final play against UMass. I await to see how we will lose against UTEP. We have 10 recruits visiting, including Emiliano, which is huge. Dawson Peterson is also visiting. Great, Grayson, why would you schedule 2 quarterbacks? If we get dinged for having too many players in the same position at a visit, I'm going to attack the AI violently. Because the AI always does that, and it makes no sense. You have enough home games where you can schedule players whenever. New Mexico State elects to defer, probably the correct call. Let's be frank. Defense gets a 3-0. Okay. Let's rock and roll. Colin Coleman getting his second start here. I have mixed hopes. 4th and 1, we're going for it. We get it. Thank you, Drew. And Christian Walton, 48-yard pass to the 3. Sean Hopkins runs it in. For the 3rd game in a row, we are up 7-0. but we won neither of the previous games. Very good punt return from Christian, 16 yards. There we go. The RPO bubble screen just is not working. There we go. We convert on 3rd and 6. Huge. We're at the 7, folks. We're knocking on the door. We're ringing the bell. We've been sacked to 8 yards. We are no longer knocking on the door or ringing the bell. Field goal is good, though. We're up by 10. And also in this game, one of our donor goals this season is to beat UTEP. And we get $3.75 million. And that could be huge. Another great punt return, Walton, 24 yards. Thank you, sir. May I have another? Drew Duffy goes backwards. You know what? That tracks. Nah. Christian Walton drops the slant, but we convert on 4th down. I'm going to attempt a field goal here, 43-yarder. He's made it before. Not today. Henry Lewis misses. Safety blitz on 3rd and 7 was an inspired choice, but they get the stop nonetheless. All right. So that's what I'm saying. I think our defense is good enough to keep us in games in our conference. It's all a question of, can our offense not turn the ball over? So we go 3 and out. Do I go for it here? Nah, they'd have too good a field position. I think if it's on the other side of the 50, I go for it. There we go. Ashton McClure with the interception. We get the ball back in UTEP territory. I love to see it. There we go. We convert. Field goal. Missed it again. Henry Lewis has now missed 2 kicks today. But we do get the ball back, so we're going to try to score and fail miserably. And UTEP gets the ball back. And they score a touchdown. This is why we can't have nice things. For this reason specifically. All right, we need to get back to running the ball a bit more. But also, it's not really working. You know, like Duffy's averaging 2.6 yards a carry. Hopkins is averaging 3. It's not going great for our boys here. Good stop, though. Solid punt return from Walton again. Gets us 9 yards. I'm not going to run it on 3rd and 5. You know, maybe I should. So we punt once again. Listen, if the final score of this game is 10-7, I'm not going to complain. Duffy goes backwards. Good, good, good. Sacked on the curls and a dropped pass on 3rd down. Man, I mean, it was the hitch route anyway, so it's not getting us a first, but it's the principle of the thing. As UTEP is at the 9, and UTEP has scored, we have lost our lead. And UTEP in the driver's seat now. Holman is sacked again, man. Unbelievable. There we go. We get a sack on 3rd down. We ran under smoke against a slot corner. That was almost terrible. There we go. Deep curls. Has some success. Curl flats. Sacked again. I'm telling you, it's a cheat code. Will the defense get us the ball back? Answer, yes. UTEP goes for it on 4th and 8 at midfield. And we get the ball back. We have no timeouts, but we have 1:55 to get in that end zone. We're in UTEP territory. Nice. We're at the 23. Why are we going normal? We are going up tempo. Ah, 3 straight incompletions. Make that 4. And we lose once again. We scored on both on our first 2 drives and then never scored again. Man. We scored on our opening 2 drives and never again. Our run game just did not have it. Oh. It's so frustrating because it's not like we're getting blown out in these losses either. Like we're in them until a certain point, usually in the late fourth quarter, where we just break. And that's where we're at. Pablo Douglas is hurt. They've moved him to inactive. Or no, excuse me, he's recovered from his injury. Sweet, come back, Pablo. We need your pass blocking strength. So at this point, we need to win 4 out of 5 to satisfy one of the donor goals. So safe to say that's not happening. We've lost to UTEP, so we miss out on that. Mm. Why does that say no commitments? We had a commitment. We had the corner. I am confused, but I'm not going to question. It's actually a pretty okay priority order. Well, here we are again. Missouri State, one of the worst teams in football alongside us. So if we have a chance of victory, it is likely there. Let me look at my transfer risks really quick. It's Pablo's been injured, hence why he hasn't played. He also allowed 4 sacks in like 2 games. Coleman wants more playing time. We'll see if he deserves it. And Gustavo Mixon is just bad, so he's not going to play. All right. I mean, I'm playing Coleman out there for a 3rd straight game. I think he's done okay. He also has no touchdowns in 2 games, but also no picks. So that's kind of where we're at. Missouri State elects to receive and promptly storms down the field and gets a touchdown. All right. We're down 7-0. Let's see what we can do here. Drew Duffy goes backwards, but we convert on 3rd and 11. That's huge. Jet sweep. Jack Downey. And our drive stalls, and Henry Lewis misses a field goal again, but a pick 6. Ashton McClure. Tie ball game. All right. Missouri State has to punt. Wave the ball back. And do nothing with it. Oh, boy. Hey, they missed a field goal too. No one is going to score in this game. That's just what I'm learning here. We punt again. Man. They went for it on 4th and 1 and got it. They do not go for it on 4th and 4 and miss another field goal. It's kind of crazy. Pass dropped by Aiden Flaherty. And Coleman is strip sacked. And then Missouri State scores a touchdown on the very next play. Whoa. Neat. Oh my God, guys. You know what? Screw it. Go for it. All right, we got it. Oh boy. Uphill bubble screen goes backwards, and we get sacked. Very good. Very good. There we go. They turn it over on downs because they had to go for it essentially. Okay, status report. We're averaging 0.1 yards per rush. Just so everyone's on the same page there. That's mainly because Coleman has been sacked 4 times already. But just so we're all aware, the situation here. That's 2 straight 0-yard rushes and then another sack. However, they muff the punt, we recover. That'll play. Blanchard gets us the first down. I'll take the field goal. Oh my God, he missed it again. What is our backup kickers ratings? No, they're both worse. All right. I mean, that's 9 points this game off the board. He missed a field goal. I can't remember his last game or the IU game. Drew Duffy goes backwards on 3rd down. That tracks. And Christian Walton, 83-yard punt return for a touchdown. We have scored 14 points. 0 have come from our offense. And another interception. This time Julian Richardson gets us the ball back. Thank you, lads. We're going to go heavy on the chew clock. We are going to burn as much time as humanly possible down the stretch here. Get him with the sweep. We did not, but we got him with the fake screen wheel. We are unbeatable in this realm. 4th and 5, you better make this. There we go. Henry Lewis makes it. We're up by 4. And the AI did engage 8 when they did slants. That tracks. And Missouri State is driving. They're at the 2. They're at the 3. And they're in. Time for a 2-minute drill. We open with a bubble screen. 3 yards. 3rd and 7. Middle slant. No dice. 4th and 9. No dice. We lose again. Who knew that an offense doing nothing would have such dire ramifications? Yep, Coleman throws an interception. Final play of the game. I think I'm gonna get fired, and you know what? I kind of did. I don't know like what I could do differently. Like we just have 0 run game. Coleman, I think, has performed slightly better, but he's still not getting there. And our defense, like, doesn't like of the 17 points. What did San Diego say? Of the 17 points, right? 7 was a pick 6. The other 7 was punt return for a touchdown. Like that's where we're at right now. Like, I don't even know. I think if we don't win any games, we're likely to get fired, which is fair. To be clear, that is fair. Also, I guess that man corner committed to a different school and not us. Yeah, I mean, we're so far behind on like a lot of these guys down here. Really, no point. Looks like the AI is looking at a new wide receiver, Peter Roberson. Is he good? No. So he is not going to be bumped up the priority order then. I think we'll get Emiliano up top. Justin Ahmed can go up there. Dawson Peterson can go up there. I mean, the O-line reinforcements are like terrible. It's what makes this very, very sad. All right, well, we have played 4 games so far today. Lost all 4 of them. We are now 0-8, as you do. We have Louisiana Tech, Kansas, UConn, and Middle Tennessee. We will definitely finish the season this video. Right now, it's just a question of will we win a game of football or will we be fired from the worst team in the country? And if we are fired from the worst team in the country, where do we go? Does the series just end after 1 season? That would be kind of funny. We defer, which is objectively the correct choice. There we go. Defense gets a 3 and out. Okay. Here we go, offense. There we go. We got a conversion. Very good. And now we are sacked. That is very bad. There we go. Defense gets a stop, and they miss the 49-yard field goal. I have noticed that, especially since this game came out of early access last year, the AI goes for longer field goals, and they go for a 4th down a lot more than they are punting, which is good. And Louisiana Tech opens the scoring. Down by 7. Already. It's not looking great. Wide receiver middle screen. Doesn't work. We blitz on 3rd and 7. Didn't work. And Louisiana Tech's up 14-0. Very good. The RPO went backwards. The pitch went backwards. So we punt once again. Blitzed on 3rd and 8. Did not work. So far on offense, we have 27 yards. There we go, and we just got 12 right then and there. Look at us. Look at us. Doing work. And we're sacked. Oh, boy. Good job, defense. Our defense is trying to keep us in this game, but as has been the story of the season, the offense is not really cooperating here. Yep, we punt. Oh, they got a big conversion. The one time you don't blitz there, AI, could have gotten us a safety. I love that the run just goes backwards at this point. Like we're not even going forward. We're just going back. We're not even getting 0 yards. Just going backwards. See? Sean happens. Second one. I'm gonna go for it. I'm not gonna run it. We're gonna try hitches again. No dice. He threw it over the middle. It did not work. Louisiana Tech has scored a 3rd touchdown. That will likely be it for this game. 3 straight incompletions. Yeah. There we go. We got a fumble, immediately get the ball back, and Coleman is sacked. Oh, boy. He's been sacked 3 times now. It has felt like so much more than just 3. 0 yards. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I think we're gonna go back to the senior. I think we're gonna sit Coleman. I mean, really, no, that makes no sense. I think at this point we're gonna keep Coleman as our starter so that we can see if it's worth it. Because I don't know if coordinators can try to keep transfers by making promises or money. That might be a thing only head coaches can do. But at this point, let's be frank with ourselves. Chris Richardson is playing terribly. He's a senior, so he's gone anyway. Coleman, the very least, can kind of have this audition if he does, to see whether he should be our QB next year. That sweep went backwards because they didn't engage 8. Fair enough. 4th and 7. You know what? Screw it. We're going for it on 4th and 7. Slot outs. Send it. That's the one you convert. Oh, that's funny. 4th and 8. You already know. Slot out. Send it. Chris Walton dropped it on the go route. What a shame. Well, yeah, I think this game we cannot keep up the illusion that it was close. We were down 35-0. Offense has not particularly done anything. I mean, we're gonna go up tempo to see if we can get points on the board now. For pride. For pride. We went backwards. There we go. The AI is just like, throw in the towel. There we go. Christian Walton, 22-yard touchdown on the slants. We're on the board. That was it. Yeah. I mean, they destroyed our defense. Like, there's no way around it. Their running back averaged 9 yards a carry. I think you're going to win most games where your starting running back averages 9 yards a carry. New commits. Any of them coming to us? Yes. They're all defense. You think I care? Coleman set the new game record for passes. Receiving touchdown. Well, was that our first receiving touchdown? No, Walton has one. Townsend has one. Okay, yeah. I knew that couldn't have been true. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's the kind of thing that you look at and you're like, man, that could be true. All right. Jude Sheridan has been added to the list. Let me look at Mr. Sheridan here. I mean, yes, get him in the building right now. All right, so Emiliano up top. Hayden Hatfield next to him. Josiah Marks, Boyle, and Sheridan. Sheridan looks really solid. There we go. All right, we're getting there. It is the battle of the winless teams. 0-9 New Mexico State, 0-8 Kansas. Kansas has the fourth. How are you fourth in the country in pass yards per game, but you have not won a game of football? That is crazy. Kansas is favored by 4. We have some recruits visiting. Here we go. Kansas makes the call. They say heads. It is tails, you fool. We defer as we are off to do. The AI would back-to-back engage 8 and then cover 4 quarters. That is a diabolical play calls. I like it. There we go. Duffy gets us 9. And then he goes backwards, but we convert on 3rd and 2. Man. Sweet. Didn't work. 4th and 2 from the 21. I'm going to take the field goal. There we go. Henry Lewis makes it. All right, we're on the board 3-0. If it was 4th and 1, I'm just running it up the middle. But 4th and 2, I mean, you've seen our running back room. Well, our AI just tried a lot of zone, and Kansas picked it apart. So that's an encouraging sign. Down 7-3. Man. Curl flats. Doesn't work. I'll punt. Yeah, we burn them at the 14. Very good. And it doesn't matter. As they score in 6 plays. Very good. The wide receiver middle screen worked, people. It worked. Oh my God. There we go. Sean Hopkins is both making me cry and then redeeming himself. We are in the red zone. There we go. Aiden Blanchard runs it in for the touchdown. We cut the Kansas lead to 4. And they punt. Okay. We're going to go up tempo. I know the AI is like, don't go up tempo until the 2-minute warning. I don't care. Christian Walton just got me a 57-yard pass for crying out loud. I care about up tempo. Please. There we go. Fabian Ali, 13 yards. We're at the 3. There we go. Sean Hopkins runs it in. Extra point is good. Get us the ball back. We have the ball back. 1 timeout. You already know. Slot out. Send it. Again? No, and he's picked. Unfortunate. All right. We also get the ball to start the second half, which is huge. I think if we go up by 10 here, dare I say, we might be okay. Or alternatively, we go 3 and out and we're back in the scrap heap. Our defense has been so uncharacteristically bad here. They do miss the extra point, which that's pretty big. Draw. The draw worked. Who knew the draw could work? Well, it went backwards that time. Oh, man. I just want to win 1 game of football. Is that too much to ask as we now go down by 10? Answer, yes. Of course, it's too much to ask. We convert the 3rd and 8, and then Coleman is immediately intercepted by the safety. Fair enough. And we get an interception of our own. This game is crazy. There we go. Christian Walton fumbled, and Kansas recovers. I think if they score here, that's that. And they make the field goal. I think that's probably going to be it for our lads. Yep. Oh, boy. I respect that you even called timeouts there, AI. And Coleman is picked again. It's 3 picks for him. Oh, well, Kansas gets their first win of the season at our expense. I mean, we turned the ball over 4 times, 30% third down conversion rate. The head coach does. We can only recommend transfers also. We can't even go after guys. Well, man, we are staring down the barrel of a winless season. UConn is 6-3. They're a really good football team. And then Middle Tennessee to close. I assume we get fired at that point. Like I would fire us. Ooh, Dawson Peterson. Where does he commit? He commits to us. So Dawson Peterson, I like. He would obviously need a red shirt. His IQ isn't there. His accuracy isn't going to get a big enough of a boost with only a C plus potential. So he's going to redshirt. He's not really going to factor into our plans. We don't get Marvin Hawthorne, which is fine. He was kind of a positionless athlete anyway. Okay, Burks were 3 behind. Where is the wide receiver? Where's the really good wide receiver? Did the AI take him off the list? Hey, I took him off the list. Sheridan. Unbelievable. Why is Peter Roberson still on the list with a 65 overall D minus? We're 800 points behind. And that guy who are that's the aspect that doesn't make coordinator mode fun, where the AI will simply do the stupidest thing. Like that guy could legitimately become a very good wide receiver. Like this guy could become a legitimately good wide receiver for us. He's got the speed. His catching and route running aren't there, but he's going to redshirt anyway. And he has A potential. Why not go after this dude? I can't hijack the. Whoops. Yeah. And I can't hijack the auto thing to put him on the target list. That's annoying. I wish I would get one override. That'd be nice. All right. We have 2 games left in the season. The first against a 6-3 UConn team that's trying to make a bowl. So, yeah, I don't have much faith. I think for this game, I'm going to make the QB change. Chris Richardson's going to go back into QB. I'm going to sit Coleman. And we're going to see what Richardson can do in this game here. And then depending on how he does, he'll either stay in for the finale or I'll give it to Coleman. UConn elects to defer. You insult my offense. Never mind. We had a negative run, an incompletion, and then a sack. Good. And they rip off a 45-yard run. Yeah, this could get ugly. Very good kickoff return from Walton. Christian Walton, I think, has been the lone bright spot offensively this season. Like, there is a very good chance I never have as good a return man as I do this season with Walton. Lucas Pickett with the touchdown reception from Richardson. We take the lead, and Xavier Hammond returns the kickoff 95 yards for a touchdown. Fair enough. They have also missed back-to-back extra points, which is kind of funny. 4th and 1, you already know. Nothing to lose. It's a lost season. We convert. Never punished. Nothing there. Yeah, like really, Walton is the only bright spot. Like none of the running backs have been very consistent. Duffy especially has been so poor. Our QBs, obviously, neither of them are anything to write home about. Fabian Ali, 36-yard reception, very good. Let's get the run game going a bit. And Sean Hopkins runs it in for a touchdown. I should have gone for 2 there. That was a mistake. I wasn't thinking. All right, defense gets us the ball back. Very good. Play action bubble didn't work. And then Fabian Ali drops the pass. Yeah, I think Ali has put up pretty okay numbers this season, but he also, I feel like, has close to double-digit drops just from the vibes. Come on, defense. Ah, yeah. All right. UConn is up by 5. I mean, that is the argument to take the extra point, is if they score a touchdown, then a field goal gives, or a touchdown gives us the lead back. Oh, and Richardson is strip sacked. UConn makes the field goal. All right, we're down by 8. UConn has the ball to start the second half, and they miss a field goal. Credit to them for going for the 50-yarder. There we go. We convert the 3rd and 8. Thank you, Mr. Walton. Pippin didn't work. We convert the 3rd and 2, and Fabian Ali, 28-yard pass for a touchdown from Richardson. Why do I not go for 2 to tie it up there? Don't worry about it. There we go. All right, field goal. They're up by 4. So far, Richardson, I mean, he's definitely playing better football. Which, don't get me wrong, the bar is literally in hell. But he is looking better. Drew Duffy goes backwards. What else is new? Conversion on the play action. 17-yarder. Very good. 3rd and 11. Yeah, that kills that. Never mind. Christian Walton, 25 yards over the top, touchdown. I'm going to go for 2 now. We get it. My argument there going for 2 is if we get it, they need a touchdown to beat us. Whereas if we don't get it, a field goal gives them the lead, but I'd take that trade. They convert on 3rd and 2. Oh, our defense is just letting them walk in. UConn takes the lead. They're up by 3. Not looking good as Richardson is sacked again. Middle passes are nerfed? No matter. Slot corner, send it. He passed it to the running back. What a coward. All right, touchdown. UConn wins the game. They don't get it, and they miss the chip shot field goal. Okay? Okay. Field goal ties the game. Touchdown wins it. We have 2.5 minutes, all of our timeouts to do some damage here. We convert the 3rd and 6. That's big. That's massive. We're at the 50. 2 minutes left. Still all of our timeouts also. There we go. Aiden Flaherty gets it, and he gets out of bounds, which is huge. Deep passes are no longer nerfed. Slot corner, we can let it fly. I am not going to normal. You're out of your mind. Okay, the AI is like, actually, you should go to normal. No, not gonna. I'm gonna run it on 3rd and 2. We convert. Okay, let's everybody chill. Hitches. We're at the 4. 1st and goal at the 1. We need to walk it in. And we do. Aiden Blanchard gets the touchdown. Extra point is good. UConn needs a touchdown to win. They don't get it. New Mexico State. We won a game of football. 36-32. We won. We won a game of football. Miraculous scenes. The senior Richardson returns to the starting job. 26 of 40, 303 yards, 3 touchdowns. Welcome, sir. Aiden Blanchard got the ball once today, and it was the touchdown. Wow. We won a game. We won a game. It is possible, everyone, that joy can enter your heart. And the New Mexico State Aggies can win a game of football. Very good, very good, very good. Very good. Oh, and Peyton Milton is hurt for the finale. That is what it is. Yeah, he's still going to be our 6th O-lineman. Very good. And we get a decent amount of points for everyone, which is nice. Let's look at recruiting really quick. 2 guys committed. Eddie Good commits. So we get a wide receiver that is pretty okay. I mean, the D+ potential is really bad because his athleticism just does not exist. He wants to be a star. I mean, a clown is gonna redshirt. Don't get me wrong there. We also get a linebacker, Stanley Soriano, who we gave money to. How much money have we spent in NIL? $3.2 million. My God. I better see the wide receiver back. Oh my God. We're really not going to get this really good wide receiver because the AI is just We're still ahead of him. We're still ahead on Sheridan. He's loyal also, so he's not going to care if he. God, that's so infuriating. All right, priority order. Who are we? Peyton Gamble, go up there. Josiah Marks, go up there. Emiliano, go up there. Hayden Hatfield, I guess. Klein, we're really far ahead on. Ahmed, go up there. That's it. All right. Well, we have a bye week, so we'll just sim through that. I think it is going to be Richardson for the finale against Middle Tennessee. I think he played really well against UConn. Yeah, and I think we're of the opinion Coleman not really going to come back if we can do it. 2 tight end commits. We're not getting Jonathan Watts, and we're not getting Devin Burks. That's a shame. Devin Burks, I think, could have been an okay lineman, but that is what it is. Sheridan, 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 Sheridan. Sheridan, he's back. Put him up top. I don't even care. Jair Byrne, a 1-star. Oh, dear God. All right, hold on. Before I look at him, let's get some alignment up top. Where's Emiliano? All right, everybody else I'm cool with. Let me find this 1-star wide receiver, Mr. Byrne. He sucks. To be fair, no, I mean his potential is enough. The man's potential is enough. Some schedule visits. Well, it's already the last week, so I have bad news. No. Okay. Here we go. Season finale. This game will determine whether we can satisfy the athletic director goal and the head coach goal. We need to pass for quite a lot of yardage. And if we win, the athletic director goal is satisfied. If we lose, we may legitimately be fired after 1 year in the save. And then who knows what happens from there. We have 10 recruits visiting. Going up against Middle Tennessee. Didn't it used to be Middle Tennessee State? Or am I going crazy? Fails or fails. All right. New Mexico State elects to defer. And we get the ball. Very nice. Good job by our defense. Verts. And Chris Richardson's immediately intercepted, but we get the ball back via an interception. And then I clicked sim play way too fast. We got a 16-yard conversion to Walton. Oh, that's funny. Play action bubble. There we go. We convert the 3rd and 6. Very good. And then we stall at midfield. Ooh. Come on, guys. You had him down at the 1, and you didn't call a blitz? What a silly AI I'm working with here. And Deshaun Gross fumbles. Middle Tennessee recovers. Nobody wants to score today. There we go. We're in the red zone. The AI wants me to do 4 verts. That's bold. We're at the 9. We're at 2. And Aiden Blanchard runs it in for a touchdown. We have the lead. Well, they convert the 3rd and 5, but not the 3rd and 10. We have the ball back. I'm not doing corner strike from our own 8. Do you want me to get sacked? Some good runs there. Some bad runs there, and the drive stalls. They went for it on 4th and 1. We did not blitz, and they got it. Missed field goal. I'll take that. Richardson is sacked. Quit sacking my quarterback. Hasn't the man been through enough as he converts? 4th and 3. I am actually going to go for it. I think our defense has been good enough that they can stop him if we don't get it. And we don't get it. So we're going to see if our defense can be good enough to hold them. Nah, they got the field goal. All right. Not the end of the world. We have to punt it again. Why? See, this is another thing that annoys me. Realistically, the AI should call a timeout so that we at least have the punt return and the chance to return it for a touchdown. Well, there's no reason the AI shouldn't do that. 0-yard run. Very good. There we go. Christian Walton, 20 yards. Another sack. And Richardson is picked. Middle Tennessee takes the lead. They miss the extra point, which isn't great. Well, yeah, not great for them. It's good for us. They're showing nickel, running up the middle, and we get 11 yards. Very good. Another drive stalls. Good stop from the defense. I'm really happy with how our defense has done this year. I think with a couple like the was it Louisiana Tech? Yeah, the Louisiana Tech and part of the Kansas games, notwithstanding, our defense has done really, really well. It's just, despite trying every different thing under the sun, can't get our offense rolling. Like, we just don't have it. Yeah, see, we can't convert that 3rd and 8, so we punt. I think, honestly, it's probably a combination of our O-line just is objectively very, very bad. And so they convert on 4th and 2. Despite the sort of pass-heavy set, we're just going to get sacked a bajillion times. All right, so they make a field goal. It's a 5-point game. And Richardson is strip sacked. They recover it for a touchdown. Case in point, this was another game where our defense kept us in it. But we had 2 interceptions. We lost 2 fumbles. Like, not great. There we go, a safety 10-point game. And Richardson is sacked again. So, it's mainly an offensive line problem, I think. Like, we don't have the guys up front. So the deep passes we don't have time to do. Now we're going to take the field goal. 7-point game, and they return the kick all the way to the 5. Held them to a field goal anyway. Good job, D. Well done. At least you tried. But yeah, there's nothing for us here. We're going to punt. That'll be it. Look at our defense. They're trying their hardest. 5 receiver mid-screen. Hey, it worked. And Jack Downey fumbled. All right. Well, that is that. A whimper of the end of the season as we finish 1-11. We win 1 game of football. We've lost in overtime. We have lost on the final play of the game. We've lost on missed kicks. Yep. Not great. We do have some commits. I don't care about the defensive guys. Victor Klein commits. So we get a young running back. Definitely going to redshirt, but his A- potential is exciting. Grayson Wyatt chooses San Jose State, which honestly I'm fine with. He has a cannon, but IQ isn't great. His potential is poor. So that is what it is. All right, Emiliano up top. Justin Ahmed behind him. Where's Sheridan? All right, we're 500 ahead on Sheridan. We're good. Boyle, I want to make sure we keep and then gamble. All right. What a horrendous season one. Yeah, I think really I can just kind of keep it like that. We'll advance through Conference Championship Week. Awards Week, I think the only award we have a chance in is Returner. I think that's the only one, realistically. Just looking to see any Conference USA representation. Louisiana Tech gets North Carolina in the Bahamas Bowl. UConn gets Arizona in the Arizona Bowl. Oh, that seems fair. Lots of commits here. We don't get Zion Q. We don't get Byram. We don't get Zimmerman. We don't get Cooley. Yeah. We're going to have a very small recruiting class then. Which, to be fair, isn't the end of the world, but Emiliano, go up top. Ahmed, number 2. Who else is competing with Ahmed? Oh, Duke. Okay, I can see why. I can see why we're not going to get him then. If Duke's also interested, fair enough. Fair enough. All right, award ceremony. Realistically, we don't have anyone that's going to be on these lists. Return specialist went to a guy named Leonard because he had 2 kick return for a touchdown. Second team All American return specialist went to Hodge, who also had 2. Third team All American went to Moses, who also had 2. So, yeah. No dice for Walton. First team All Freshman, nobody. Second team All Freshman, obviously nobody either. Conference USA first team, Walton gets return specialist. He also had 2 kickoff returns, but I guess not good enough. Defensively, we had 2 all-conference players. We had Billy Francis, the D tackle, 19 tackles for loss, 9 sacks. And McClure, who had obviously pick 6, handful of sacks, and tackles for loss. Pretty good defensive representation. We do not get Keegan Stallworth to commit. Sheridan up top. Well, Ahmed has disappeared, so I guess the AI has determined it's not worth going after him anymore. Yeah. Nah. Yeah, I think that's the big downside that I didn't think about. I mean, I knew I wouldn't be involved in recruiting, but I figured I would be able to at least add guys to the target list. Maybe like instead of the whole, maybe like you get, 2 guys, something. It really is just 0. If we strike out on the defensive commits. Why is this guy at the top of our list? Like, go away. Andrew Boyd, tight end. He's not bad. We are, however, 6,339 points behind. Just kind of funny. For the heck of it, I'll add him to the top. Bowl games come and go. What if we'll get fired because we only won one game? That would be kind of funny. End of the season, end the series if we won the season. Quit. We do not want Browning on our football team. 6-0. Okay, yeah, we're not getting Andrew Bird. That's been determined. So I think realistically, yeah, we need to try to get Hatfield. We need to keep Emiliano. Sheridan also, I think, can be up there. Those are our main three guys that we're just trying to get right now. All right, we're in the national championship week. Let's see how the playoffs have gone. So Notre Dame beat Michigan. Bama destroyed San Diego State. A&M beat Mizzou in overtime. Wisconsin killed James Madison. Quarterfinals, Notre Dame beat number 1 Washington, so their undefeated season comes to an end. Clemson beats Bama. Georgia beats A&M. Wisconsin upsets OSU. Semifinal, Notre Dame beats Clemson. Georgia beats Wisconsin, so a Notre Dame-Georgia final. For those wondering, in Conference USA, Western Kentucky beat Liberty. So they take that. Conference USA bowl game performances. Louisiana Tech beat North Carolina. Very good. UTEP beat UAB. UConn loses to Arizona in the Arizona Bowl. Collusion? I'll let you figure that out. And we get a pretty nice looking linebacker there, Brendan McNeil. Where are we at with our boys? Oh my God. Quit putting these guys at the top of the list. No, you do not want them, AI. I am saving you from yourself. Don't worry about it. We're not going to get Hatfield, which is a shame. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but I mean, he'd be a pretty good wide receiver for us. All right, let's see who won the Natty and our year summary. We could get fired right here, right now. Notre Dame beats Georgia 29-22 in a classic game. As Notre Dame's QB throws 3 interceptions, but they still get the win. Ooh! We averaged 288 yards per game in conference play. We needed 300, so we lose 5 points from our. Oh boy, we lose 10 from the athletic director, so our seat is warm. Okay, so we're safe for year 2, but year 3 is definitely a big question mark. Oh boy. All right, let me do a quick sort of season recap offensively. I think both QBs were horrendous. Let's get that out of the way. Chris Richardson was our starter for the first 5 games of the season, and then 2 to close. I would say he had like 1 good game all season, and that was against UConn in our win. Other than that, 46% completion percentage, 5 touchdowns to 12 picks, 3 fumbles also. Just terrible. Terrible, terrible. He was sacked 35 times in 7 games, so that's 5 sacks per game essentially. Not very good, which is disappointing because if you look at his attributes, I mean, his accuracy is an 87. He's got decent arm strength, but just couldn't do it. Couldn't put it together. The backup, Colin Coleman, who started in 5 games and I think did okay in 2 of them. I think an okay game against Louisiana Tech and then UMass. But other than that, was poor through 3 interceptions in our loss to Kansas. Does he still want to transfer? He does not. So at the moment, he is our starting QB next year. We'll see what the AI wants to do with the transfer portal. Again, I cannot offer players in the transfer portal. All I can do is move the target list around. So we'll see what that looks like. But at the moment, he's our number 1 QB next year. That's terrifying. Running back, I think overall, very poor group. If I had to pick, I think a guy that I think I have confidence in going forward, it would be Sean Hopkins. The redshirt sophomore. He's got D potential, which is grim, but I think his ball security and his ball care vision is already pretty solid. His athleticism, though, is where he needs a lot of work. Drew Duffy, I think, did okay, but he had so many runs of just negative yardage. Didn't really get anything going. Gustavo Mixon was a third running back for us, and then he had his fumble, and I was out, so he never really saw the field after that. He is definitely going to transfer. We're gonna let him walk. Aiden Blanchard got a little bit of run, had 3 touchdowns. His potential, unfortunately, isn't very good, but we'll see what happens there. Miguel Dean, I mean, who redshirted this year, he's got A minus potential. He could also turn into wide receiver, though, depending on how the catching and stuff all increases. Speaking of wide receiver, I think really there's only 2 players of note here. Christian Walton, 46 catches, 670 yards, 3 touchdowns. He did have a fumble, but he had 2 return touchdowns, the senior. I think we will definitely miss him quite a bit. And then Fabian Ali, who had a touchdown, 540 yards. He overall did okay, but he also doesn't count me. Yeah, he had 6 drops, 53% catch percentage. Walton had 8 drops, 41%. So it also could be an issue where just our wide receivers just didn't know how to catch the football. Our wide receiver room is going to look insanely different next season. I mean, of our top 6 guys, 5 of them are seniors. The only one returning is Aiden Flaherty, who only had 18 receptions the whole year. So, yeah, that's gonna be something. Tight ends, we did not involve really at all in the passing game. Really, only one tight end, Deshaun Gross, was on the field. He had 15 catches, 146 yards, and he had a fumble. Like, there were a lot of games where he just didn't get anything going. And that is something with the air raid offense. Like, not really going to throw it to the tight end. O line, I don't think anyone did well. I'm going to be honest. James, 8 sacks. Milton, 6. Hogan, 7. Myers, 6. Douglas, 9. Quintana, 2, but he barely played. Gibson, 3. And Miles Watkins, 1. I think Miles Watkins is really the only one that showered himself in any glory. Kevin Brooks, again, for depth, allowed a sack. This was I mean, yeah, there's nowhere at it. No real guy did well. I think maybe you're okay with Owen Myers because he got the 11 pancakes, but just poor. Kicking wise, Henry Lewis attempted 17 field goals the whole season. He only made 11. He was 7 of 13 in medium range. I think all of those misses were in the 40 to 48 range. And I mean, look, we lost to UMass by 4. He missed a field goal. We lost to UTEP by 4. He missed 2. Lost to Missouri State by 10. He missed 2. Like, if we have a better kicker, I'm not saying we win all those games, but it's definitely close. So he is a senior. We don't really have a kicker for next year. Marcus McClendon was our punter. He averaged about 40 yards a punt, but he's nowhere near ready to kick. So that's our offense. I think really the only bright spot was Christian Walton and his performance. He did really, really well. I think obviously the 8 drops and 41% catch percentage is grim, but that could be more down to the bad QB play and just bad O-line also. So we'll see. Okay. Now let's look at coaching updates. Anything happen? As I just look to the camera. All right, we go up by 2 levels. I'm going to put them both into offense. We also get our first skill badge. Tight end developer, no. O-line injury shortened by 2 weeks, no. Tight ends +4 run and pass blocking, no. Offensive players, 20% less chance of sustaining injury. That might be useful. O-line, run blocking, O-line development is also an option. QB miracle worker, I don't think so. Blitz pickup artist, I don't think so. I think it's either O-line developer or I think I'm going to go O-line developer. 7% increase O-line development, as is our want. So that's in the books. All right, coaching carousel begins. Obviously, nobody wants to take us on, and we have not been fired, though our seat is warm. Oh my God, we actually have offers. Why would Louisiana Tech hire us? We only won one game. We only won one game of football. We were terrible. That said, what's Louisiana Tech got? Oh. See, we don't really run the ball at QB. My God, this is what I was going up against, folks. I mean, this would be the easiest jump of our lives, going to Louisiana Tech. Delaware also, they're on the other side of the pond, but I mean, they're in a very similar situation to us in terms of talent. So really, it's a question of do I want to stay at New Mexico State, or do I just shamelessly jump ship after one season and go to Louisiana Tech? I kind of want to shamelessly jump ship after one season. Like, to be perfectly honest, of the recruits, let's see, Hatfield, probably not going to get. Like, I kind of want to just jump ship after 1 year and go to Louisiana Tech. You know what? Yep, we're jumping ship. We're jumping ship. He runs the pistol. The head coach runs the pistol, and he hires a guy for the air raid. I like it. We're not switching to the pistol. We're going in here. Why would they? You know what? I have jumped ship to Louisiana Tech, one of the better teams in Conference USA last season. Made a bowl game and won said bowl. Good for them. And now here we are. So we go here. Let's see. The reason is the offensive coordinator at Louisiana Tech went to UTEP. I've been replaced by Frank Brown. Okay. Well, we have jumped ship. This is not something I expected at all. I did not expect any team to be interested in us. And here we are, Louisiana Tech, staying in Conference USA. Very impressive. The players leaving, obviously, I have no impact on. But I will say, it's a lot of seniors here, 23 in total, including multiple all-conference players. All right, players transferring. I don't know if I can make promises as a coordinator. Let's see if the game lets me. I am stunned. I am stunned. Did I receive an offer? Oh, I can convince guys to stay. Okay, beautiful. So right now, only one player wants to transfer. It's a running back, Bo Gross, who at the moment will be our top back. Wow, this is a really bad running back room. Ooh, I like Caden Buford. He's not very athletic, but he's got really good ball skills. He wants to leave because he's a poor scheme fit for our offense. And he did okay last year. I mean, he also has D potential, which is a bit concerning. I don't want to pay him money because we only have 2.1 million left. 150 carries. Yeah, I think we're gonna let him walk. We're gonna let him walk and see what happens, I think. In terms of cuts, we have 15 spots open. I'm not going to cut anyone on defense because that feels unrealistic. What I will do is just look at offense and see if oh yeah, like Wayne Edmonds, we can cut him. We have a 90 overall, y'all. We're so good. Tight ends, I don't need all these tight ends. I could maybe convert some of them to O line, but none of them are really blocking threats. So I think I'm gonna cut Darren Lou. That way Cohen can redshirt and we can just play the young guys. Wide receivers, we have 9. Oh boy. Frank Westbrook, we can let go. We're not bringing in any wide receiver recruits, which is a bit terrifying, but it's okay. I think I'm gonna cut good. I'm gonna cut Gooden also, so that like Gilliard or Cooper Flint. Oh, Cooper Flint is terrible. Hold on. Yeah, Cooper Flint gets cut. So we make 4 cuts total so far. Running back room, I don't think I want to cut anyone because these guys are going to redshirt. We're losing Bo. QB, we only have 2. And right now, Kenneth Suzuki is our starter next year. We'll see how that goes. Ooh, hold on. I'm losing in integrity. Okay, in that case, we'll hold on to, I guess, Cooper Flynn. All right. Cuts have been made. We are not making any player promises. Let's save in advance. I am stunned. Stunned that another team wanted me. Like, that's crazy. Louisiana Tech had 1 player that was drafted. A linebacker, Caleb Houston, goes in the 4th round. What a stud. Did New Mexico State have anyone drafted? No. No one wanted Walton for his fairness. Ring of Honor inductees. All right, let's save and advance to the transfer portal. Oh, wow. They're still looking at a lot of recruiting guys, also. Oh, boy. All right, but that I think is where we will end things on a stunning move where we now find ourselves at Louisiana Tech. After what can only be described as a horrendous year in New Mexico State, we have jumped ship shamelessly to Louisiana Tech, where we are now tasked with continuing to build on a very strong offense from last season. But that is where I will wrap things up. I will try to have, I think, probably 2 more streams this week, maybe 3, we'll see. And one of those episodes will definitely be continuing on the Coordinator Climb series. You know, we've already moved our way through Conference USA. Who knows what is next? So I thank you all for watching. See you next time.